We'll see if Pacquiao, total punches landed thrown through the second round. Ugas 29 of 74 for a 39% connect percentage. Pacquiao 20 of 116 for a 17% connect percentage. And you would attribute that to the high-level defense and the ring IQ of Yordenis Ugas. Ugas has been awaiting a fight like this for his entire career, and now he has it. For Pacquiao, he's done this many times over again. Over 25 years as a professional prize fighter. But as you get up in age, you start to wonder, will Father Time ever catch up with Manny Pacquiao? There's a straight left for Pacquiao as a minute has elapsed here in the third. There's a right hand that caught the attention of Pacquiao. Ugas is showcasing and really sitting down in his punches, landing big shots. Even though they are knockout blows, and Ugas gets backed up momentarily by a quick combination from Pacquiao. Midway point of the third. Ugas seems to be extremely comfortable in there, but he knows that he has to deal. And now the chants of Manny echoing here in Las Vegas. But if you notice, Ugas is doing little subtle things, moving his head, a good footwork. It's those little slight feints, and he just gets popped with the straight left from Pacquiao. Under a minute to go here in the third. Now Pacquiao unloads, but a lot of them are partially blocked from Ugas. Ugas with a counter right hand, but back comes Pacquiao. He drives him to the ropes with a right hand, and now Pacquiao letting his hands go. A left followed by a right to the chest by Ugas to Pacquiao. Pacquiao took a big deep breath. Those body punches might be having an effect. There's a right on the top of the head of Pacquiao. Might have affected his equilibrium for a brief second. There's a couple of lefts, and Pacquiao going to the body of Ugas. Back comes Pacquiao, but Ugas counters with the right. Pacquiao looking to swarm Ugas, but Ugas plants his feet and delivers a counter right hand, and we are fourth round. This one is scheduled for 12. Power punches through three. Pacquiao 27 of 89 for a 30% connect percentage. Ugas 17 of 27 for a 63% connect percentage. Ugas just landed a right to the body of Pacquiao. Pacquiao looking to unload. I want you to go to the body and then come up top. Throw to the body and then come up top. I want you to keep moving. You see some bruising outside of the left eye of Manny Pacquiao. Earlier in the fight, he had bruising underneath his right eye. On we go to the fifth round. This one's scheduled for 12. Manny Pacquiao has been away from the ring for 25 months. Pacquiao for punches landed 53 of 248 for 21% connect percentage. Ugas 54 of 131 with a 41% connect percentage. Pacquiao is throwing considerably more, which is no surprise, but Ugas has been the far more accurate of the two. Pacquiao doesn't seem to have the spring that he has had in the past, but he is still so dangerous. There's a straight left. But Pacquiao's work rate could be a significant something to watch, because if you're the judge, what do you favor? Do you favor the volume of punching of Pacquiao, or do you favor the clean, effective counter-punching of Yordenis Ugas, along with the fundamentals of him using his jab more than that of Pacquiao? And no doubt, Manny Pacquiao will let his hands go. There's a right hand connecting for Ugas. Tense moments here in Las Vegas. This crowd came out to... There's a right hand for Ugas. A very one-sided crowd, all in favor of Manny Pacquiao for the most part. And clash of heads, potentially. Thankfully, no blood. They cut gloves under a minute to go here in the fifth. Double jab for Pacquiao, partially blocked by Ugas. At this pace, this favors Yordenis Ugas because it is calculated and methodical. This is not the kind of fight that Manny Pacquiao, who likes to engage in firefights. This tempo and pace favors Ugas more than anything, because it's very strategic and deliberate. There's a right-hand counter for Ugas. But Ugas, being the naturally bigger man, there's Pacquiao pounds away on the right glove of Ugas. Pacquiao unloading. Ugas smiles at him, and he shook his head as to say, nope, nothing got through. There's a couple counter right hands by Ugas. Another counter right hand. Back comes Pacquiao. That was towards the end of the round, and look at Ugas just stare down Manny Pacquiao. Both men locked in. The welterweight championship of the world on the line. Ray Flores here in Las Vegas. Yordenis Ugas, the champion, got elevated after the WBA stripped Manny Pacquiao of his title, one that he captured by defeating Keith Thurman back in July 2019, the last time Pacquiao was in the ring 25 months ago. Jabs landed. Pacquiao 23 of 168 for a 14% connect percentage. Ugas 32 of 111 for a 29% connect percentage. Ugas has not been overwhelmed by the moment. He's settling nicely. He's been very tactical in his offensive approach by using his jab and then letting his counter right hand go and also attacking the body of Pacquiao. Pacquiao has been able to dart in and out and is the one throwing more punches than that of Ugas. But he hasn't landed anything significant to Ugas, which would make Ugas, or which would hurt Ugas or be detrimental to Ugas moving forward in the fight. I think Manny's looking for a big shot to try to affect Yordenis Ugas. Now Pacquiao has a tight guard. He's trying to invite Ugas to him. So I think Pacquiao, he's like, instead of me attacking this guy, let me invite this guy to me and see if I can counter. So the strategies change here in the fight as you're seeing Pacquiao, who's almost inviting Ugas to come forward. And now chance of let's go Manny here at T-Mobile Arena. High level excitement between two elite welterweights. There's a big right hand by Ugas, and you heard that. Ugas got all of that, a lot of leverage behind that shot. Under a minute to go here in the sixth. Big right hand by Ugas. Ugas looks razor sharp tonight. Double jab for Ugas. Ugas was a sizable underdog coming into this fight. Manny Pacquiao was over a 3-1 favorite. Ugas didn't pay attention to the odds, said it doesn't matter. None of that affects me. I know what I'm capable of. Couple of lefts by Pacquiao. Final moments of the sixth. Ugas coming forward. He tags Pacquiao with the counter right hand. And Pacquiao trying to lunge in and get something, and that ends the sixth. Yordenis Ugas total punches landed thrown through 6. Identical when it comes to landed, but Pacquiao had thrown nearly 200 punches more than that of Ugas. Power punches thrown through the 6th round. Pacquiao 50 of 183 for a 27% connect percentage. Ugas 39 of 63 for a 62% connect percentage. But Pacquiao is nearly tripling his power punch output when it comes to how much he is throwing. Judges, it all depends on what a judge favors. Do you favor the aggression, or do you feel the tactical counterpunching, selective mindset of Yordenis Ugas? Pacquiao stepping forward, throws a combination, but back comes Ugas. What a sensational fight. Pacquiao steps in with a left. Couple lefts that didn't find their mark for Pacquiao, as we are coming up on 90 seconds to go here in the 7th. There's a right to the body, followed by a right upstairs. Ugas doing exactly what Ismael Salas told him. He goes, attack the body and then come upstairs. He did exactly that in that sequence. 70 seconds remaining here in round 7. Ugas advancing forward, but Pacquiao flicking out that jab. He darts in, throws a left, and then gets out of the way. Double jab followed by the right, but Pacquiao blocked most of those shots. Pacquiao is planting his feet more instead of bouncing around as much. He is sitting down in his shots more against the naturally bigger men. I think he realizes he has to do that because of the fact that him bouncing in and out and not getting full leverage behind his shots is not going to hurt this guy because of how big he is. There is a massive size difference between these two. If you're Pacquiao, keep the fight in the center of the ring and use it to your advantage. If you're Ugas, I think Ugas is going to have to start to throw a little bit more because Pacquiao, with his volume and work rate, appears to be outworking him. And they end and fight at the bell for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. Manny Pacquiao will be 43 in December. Also said after this fight is over, and the jabs landed, Pacquiao 30 of 238 for a 13% connect percentage. Ugas 42 of 158 for a 27% connect percentage. Manny Pacquiao said that he will, after this fight, think about potentially running for president of the Philippines. I think he has to declare before the end of the fall. But right now, he has a big task ahead of him in Yordenis Ugas. There's a big right hand, a glancing shot for Ugas, but he got a lot behind that one. This is a Manny Pacquiao who's trying to adjust, as he is not used to, aside from, I mean, he's dealt with bigger men before, but that was when he was considerably younger. I mean, he beat up Antonio Margarito, but that was a long time ago. We have 95 seconds left here in the 8th. There's a right hand for Ugas. Ugas is a little more aggressive here in the 8th compared to that of previous rounds. He is starting to come forward and now press the issue. And I think Pacquiao is content to counter at the moment. That's that combination go. Big right hand that snapped back the head of Pacquiao. Pacquiao's punches have not stung Ugas to a point. There's a right to the body by Ugas. Ugas has proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that he is an elite welterweight, and he's one of the best here at 147 with what we've seen thus far in the first 8 rounds against Manny Pacquiao. And Ugas taking this fight on 11 days' notice, replacing Errol Spence, who had an eye injury. We wish Errol all the best on a speedy recovery. There's a left hook connecting for Ugas. And Pacquiao looks to get that right back. When Pacquiao gets hit, he immediately goes into combat mode. He gets popped with a couple right hands, and Pacquiao pounds his gloves in frustration. They do translating as well. There's a big right hand to start the round, and I think that they started before the bell sounded. They touch gloves, sign a sportsman between the two. Well, I mentioned at the start of the fight, as you see the total punches landed, thrown through the 8th round, Pacquiao 97 of 521 for a 19% connect percentage. Ugas 104 of 279 for a 37% connect percentage. So Ugas, even though he's thrown less, he has landed more punches. We mentioned at the start of the fight, are we going to see the old Manny Pacquiao, or are we going to see an old Manny Pacquiao? I think it is somewhere in the middle. Is he what he once was fighting, in my opinion, and putting on the performance of his life? But I still think it could be a close fight. Especially depending on how the judges, what they favor from a scoring standpoint. There's a right hand for Ugas. But Ugas is starting to find his groove, without question. There's a right hand for Ugas. The defense of Ugas has been superb this evening. And Pacquiao doesn't have as much spring in his legs as he is used to exhibiting over the course of his 25-year career, 26-year career. 70 seconds left here in the 9th. And I don't just attribute that to age, I attribute it to the fact that early in the fight, Yordenis Ugas attacked the body of Pacquiao, really made it a point of emphasis to hammer away upon the left side of the ribcage of Manny Pacquiao and unload those right hands. The jab has been finding its mark for Yordenis Ugas as he backs up Pacquiao with a counter right hand, but Pacquiao unloads at close distance now. Pacquiao, he knows he's in deep waters against a very determined champion from Cuba, Yordenis Ugas. There's a right to the body by Pacquiao, but Pacquiao has faced his fair share adversity in his career. Make no mistake about that. This is not foreign territory for the 8th Division World Champion in Manny Pacquiao. On to the 10th. As we head on to round 10, this one's scheduled for 12. Power punches thrown through the 9th round. Pacquiao 70 of 262 for a 27% connect percentage. Ugas 67 of 114. Extremely accurate, a 59% connect percentage. There's a chopping right hand by Ugas. And Ismael Salas telling him, I want you to be more aggressive. I think Salas feels that it could be a close fight. Pacquiao steps in with a combination, but back comes Ugas. Now they exchange. They're going toe-to-toe here in Las Vegas, and Ugas immediately ties up. Pacquiao loves this kind of style. This frenetic pace is something that he has enjoyed and embraced, and it has endeared him to fight fans all over the world. And now that exchange brings the crowd, and you hear the energy from the fans here at T-Mobile Arena. It woke them up because it was a calculated, deliberate fight, and that burst of energy and exchange from Pacquiao turned back the clock as we saw vintage Pacquiao. 95 seconds left in the 10th. And as we head down the stretch of this championship affair at 42 years of age, how will the legs and the conditioning of Manny Pacquiao hold up against an extremely focused and determined Yordenis Ugas, who is 7 years his junior? There's a counter right hand by Ugas, but Pacquiao stepped in and landed a glancing straight left. 65 seconds left in the 10th. What an excellent prize fight between two men who are extremely focused and have had their moments where they've been having some sustained success. Ugas shakes his head as to say, nope, I'm good. Pacquiao threw a straight left, and Ugas with a big overhand right. Pacquiao got out of the way of it. Under 30 seconds left here in the 10th. Final 10 seconds of the 10th round. We'll see if Pacquiao tries to get off, but he eats a big right hand from Ugas, but he steps in again. And now Pacquiao, when Pacquiao gets popped, he immediately tries.
Or something.